Emmanuel Bianco, the Director of Health and Care Department at the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent. Welcome to the programme. It's wonderful to have you with us. Now, as we just heard, Mr. Rawchaa says vaccines alone won't stop the pandemic. Are the basic precautions, such as masks, social distancing and so on, going to have to stay with us for the long term, do you think?
Well, the answer is probably yes, and it's something that we need to be prepared and we need to do. Is physical distancing, is mask, is avoiding being in crowded places, is making sure that if one gets sick, gets isolated, and if people are in contact with somebody sick, we quarantine that person, provide the support that is needed until the person can go out again. These are critical measures that can save thousands of lives until vaccines will be widely available in all countries. We cannot lower the guard right now because the epidemic is at its peak in terms of number of new cases and deaths globally.
So tell me, what sort of timescale do you think we're looking at to reaching global immunity?
I'd love to have a magic ball to look into, but certainly we are looking at several months. There are some countries that are moving ahead rather fast, but the majority of the world, unfortunately, has not started vaccination programs yet. And we know that we need to vaccinate people all over the world to ensure safety for everybody around the world. So we'll have to accelerate the pace at which vaccines will be distributed around the world, ensuring a mechanism to do so in a very safe way. And until that moment, the best line of defense will be individual behavior.
We've seen multiple vaccines developed in record time against COVID-19. Is this a good sign for the future and for any other new diseases we might encounter?
A resounding yes. What we have seen in 1 year in terms of developing a vaccine against a virus that was not known just a year ago and being able to inoculate the vaccines within a year time is extraordinary, is an enormous success for science, but it's also an enormous success in terms of global solidarity, the ability of researchers, financiers, industries to work together, and now a lot of organizations like the Red Cross, Red Crescent, trying to help governments to get vaccines out to as many people as possible and as fast as possible. This is very encouraging, not only for COVID-19, but also for future vaccines for other diseases that may happen in the next years.
It's a worrying twist, isn't it, that we've seen the rapid spread of a new strain of COVID in the UK. Could this and future mutations create an extra obstacle to ending the pandemic?
Yeah, researchers are worried about what we have been seeing in the UK and in South Africa, where two mutations have developed and have started spreading in more than 40 other countries. These mutations are increasing the transmissibility of the virus, so more people are getting infected, but we have no indication that these are increasing the mortality, or they are not increasing or decreasing the effectiveness of vaccines. But if further mutations occur, we may see potentially also a reduction of the effectiveness of some of the vaccine. The good news are that possibly if we need to rejiggle the vaccine, this could be done easily. Let's remind ourselves that the flu vaccines, they have to be changed every year. And probably if there are mutations happening also for COVID-19 vaccines, we may need to have some sort of changes in the future to the vaccines. But for the moment, the vaccines that we do have are working, and we just need to push them out as fast as we can, particularly in those poor countries that have restricted access at the moment for those vaccines.
Absolutely. Emmanuel Bianco, Director of Health and Care Department at the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.